I wasn't recording, so me saying soccer isn't going to the VOD. No one will know. Did I set the volume? Yes, okay. I gotta check if I if I set the volume right before opening, because otherwise you're gonna get your ears blasted. This can be so loud. Never say soccer while playing Touhou soccer. It's kind of interesting to me as a bit of a language nerd that Japan took the word soccer instead of football. How did that happen? I thought soccer was like the American term. I guess that got to them first. Funnily enough. Anyways, I don't remember what we were doing though. What is this? We'll be working on her frustration against main character. Was it Cherno? I thought we'd already beat Cherno. Oh. Let's turn that off. There we go. Mistia. Didn't we do this? Or before is here? Oh, okay, so that was another match. But even though the rules aren't threatening in the least. By the way, Misty's a nice sparrow, she'll make for a good meal. Oh, this was back in the time where the only thing you saw with Mistia was her getting eaten. Usually by what you call her, Yuyuko. That is her name, yes. Alright, they have Dai as the goalie now. Oh, that's fucking sucks. I don't remember how I handled Patchy. I know there's a bit of a strat with her. Don't remember what it is. Because she doesn't recover guts on the halftime. As opposed to today, where a lot more Touhou characters get talk about about them getting eaten. Okay, but now it's universal. It's not just her. Now everyone can enjoy. It's equality. I guess I'm gonna keep her to 10, maybe. I know she's good, like, all around. She just doesn't last very long. I didn't have anyone else, right? No. Oh. Let's go. If Eneko eating salmon was a thing back then, there'd be an absurd amount of fan art of it. The thing is, it wasn't even like... It was just one sentence. It was just one sentence and completely dictated the whole fanon of Mistia. And kind of lingered for a while too, because whenever another bird Touhou got added, you would see the same joke. With like Aya with Utsuko even. Gutaka was a big one too. Ironically, because her... I guess I can get it because her whole deal was kind of like... hey, where animals have rights and can talk. Or something like that. We're not just food. Here's Chirno, like again with a friend stronger than some weak bug. Just call for me and I'll fly like the wind. What's that supposed to mean? Doesn't matter how much help you get, you're still an idiot. Stop calling me that. The idiot is this bird brain. You did not just say that. Someone who still doesn't even know the rules of soccer can't call anyone an idiot. I do know them. Riddle didn't. Waiting her flesh at least, who knows about how much of it was. To be fair, it's not like Mistia has much else going on in Touhou. Yeah. Fair enough. I don't remember when she actually got a bit of a lore dump. I think it might have been one of the books after that. Maybe Perfect Memento? That was after version 9, right? Yeah. That's around Touhou 9. I don't know, I mean also Touhou 9. I forgot she was in Phantasmagoria Flower View. Messed up. They had Mistia in that game and not Alice. That girl just keeps losing. I did know them, you idiot. Chino's only good at lying. Stupid. Stupid. What? Nani? It takes an idiot to know an idiot. Somehow I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. So tiring playing against foolish children. Well, let's say it doesn't act like this. But they are a little amusing to watch. It's easy to say that when you're looking at it from the outside. Stupid. Stupid. Stop calling me that. Obviously Kyoko and the punk band stuff wasn't a thing at the time. I'm not sure when the Izakaya stuff started though. I think that might have been in Perfect Memento. Well, the Kyoko stuff was obviously after that, but... No Alice, no Yukari, no Yuyuko, no Remilia, no Patchouli. It sure has Lyrica, Merlin, and Luna as individual characters though. There was something weird about that, wasn't it? Like they could only be played in the versus mode or something like that? I may be misremembering stuff, but... On the Lyrica has a story mode. Yeah, something like that. They're not all important. Obviously Lyrica is the only one that matters. Do we pass this actually? Yeah, sure. Mistia, you motherfucker. Maybe I'm okay with her getting eaten. Yeah, the roster of flower reviews just wild. I guess it kind of shows that Sun just does whatever the fuck he wants. He's not gonna put big characters just because. And to be honest, he still doesn't to this day. Kinda like that it's an unusual roster. Touhou 19 is like that too. Yeah. It's not always about the big names. I like that. I forgot you actually had a shot. That's scary. No Yomo or Sakuya, but Seiren and Nazarene are there. It should have been Ringo though. I'm not biased. I was gonna say no way you fucking get that in. Can I get the ball, by the way? Am I allowed to play? Should have been Ringo and she should have been fat. Obviously. You know what? Just go for it. Oh, there goes my controller. A rolling save. A goal post! Oh shit, but you. Okay. I was gonna say also that's kind of way like, well, not the same reason per se, but I think it's a similar thing happening in Double Dealing Character, where it's more focused about the smaller yokai, both figuratively and literally, instead of some big like god or something. I like that about it. I remember when I was writing about, when I was making those videos before I abandoned that idea for a bit, I actually wrote a bit of Double Dealing Character, and that's the main thing I was focusing on. Fascinated by your pronunciation of menu. How do you even say that? Really? That's not a real word. I don't think there's a correct way to say it. I'm using my hidden Spanish Enya. Don't let him know about that. Wriggle. Wriggle, get wriggle! A lot of Touhou games have random schmucks in them, but Touhou per team kinda feels like it's putting a bit more emphasis on them. Touhou, yeah, it's about random schmucks. That's the name of the game. I love that. There's no big hot MILF to the feet. It's just some guys. It's not correct way to say it. I wouldn't say it like that though. Sounds better to me than Banu. Yeah, clear it. Clear it, clear it. Yes. Okay. Is that a wriggle? It's wriggle. Let's go. And to get at least one wriggle kick in. Can I get a 1-2? No, near my teammates. Dyson is like right there. Please? There you go. Reiko's like the most just some random guy extra stage boss in the series, maybe. I would argue there's a bunch of those. Well, actually not a bunch, I guess, but who the fuck is Nina? But yeah, I kinda get what you mean. But she's got, so it's okay. How do you catch that? How do you catch that? What do you do this to me? Try again. Oh, it's a low ball. That's... Oh, I can do it. Still. Okay. I thought it was only high balls. You know what's funny about this game that I don't think I've mentioned this? So you need guts to perform like every single move, including the special moves. The CPU doesn't have those. They can't just use them forever. How do you trade? That was going in. And this is especially bullshit in like later matches, where they have really good goalkeepers just spamming their saves over and over. It's like having Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. The opponents have infinite PP. Girl who only played Pokemon. This is just like Pokemon. Sorry, that was mean. But yeah, it is like that. Mean to you. I never tire of reading about all the bullshit present in the original Red, Blue, and Yellow games. How did those games make it? How did people play that back then? That's insane to me. Okay, Wriggle is definitely not fucking scoring tonight, I guess. So we're just gonna give up on that? Wait, where did I try to catch? It's not a good goalpost! Never mind, that was a great idea. Kinda love how odd and different they are, gives them a lot of charm. I mean, I say that, and I also did play them, and I had a good time. And I think I only encountered one bug, which is, what was it? The Master Ball catch rate, I think. I think I threw a Master Ball at one of the birds and they just broke out. And I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? Just reading about all the stuff, they just... Mostly the balance things, like Psychic type being by far the best typing in the game. The whole thing with Special, I think Special was only one stat. Also Bug type being the weakest. No, we're not rail flaring from here. I'm just gonna pass it. A lot of the bugs aren't things that would be bad to the player anyways. No, but sometimes you do not expect it. Also, funny about Psyche is that yeah, it's super broken in those games, but it's not even the actual best type. Normal is even better. How so? I'm curious. There wasn't a stab in those games, right? Is that what it was called? Same type attack something bonus? There was. Oh, okay. I thought it was a later feature. Hyper Beam had the whole thing where if you defeat an opponent, you don't need to recharge it. Oh, right, I forgot about that one, yeah. Yeah. I actually messed up. Like, it's already the strongest normal type move. Did it really need that on top of it? Actually, what am I doing? I just should... Yeah. It's only one ghost type and only a few rock types, and they're the only things that can handle normal ones. Normal moves. Fighting is the worst type in those games. I'm trying to think... What other ghost type is in Gen 1? Aside from the Gengar line? I legit can't remember right now. It's just the Gengar line. That's fucked up. That is messed up. Why? Why even have it then? I mean, I guess it was supposed to be like the whole... I guess they didn't a reason for Lavender Town or whatever. You could have made it something else. I don't know. I mean, I like Ghost type. It's like one of my favorite typings, so I'm glad that it exists. But what is Misty doing? Okay, you go, girl. Go, girl. Give us nothing. Just a Gengar. Gengar is weak to ground like Rock is. Honestly insane. They should make like a... They should make a competitive rule set that's Gen 1 rules. Honestly, as far as I know, that could exist already. I think it could be incredibly funny. You know what? Let's just go. I'm full guts. I can just do this. I should probably put... Really? Okay. I should put Patchouli closer to the goal, maybe. Competitive Gen 1 Pokemon is a thing and surprisingly often played. It's actually very fun and interesting. But it's like only Gen 1? Because I meant like having all Pokemon but playing with Gen 1 rules. That went in. Okay. It was a crit save too. That's very funny. Not sure if someone has done something like that. It'd be fun though. It would be fun. Yeah, I know that people play competitive for every generation, but I was just wondering about that. Honestly, I don't get how people do it. There's so much to consider. I remember just like trying to wrap my head around okay, not competitive, but trying to build teams for some of the extra stuff. I think it was Pokemon Black and White. like doing some of the post game, where you actually have to like think a bit. And I just sucked at it, and I was like, okay, this is not for me. It's not the same, but I would assume competitive is only harder than that. Surprisingly accessible, the amount of Pokemon and moves and such is smaller than usual. Yeah, fair enough. I'm just horrible at team building. It is kinda interesting to me how much they added in support of that. Despite, you know, the games being aimed at kids. They really built up the whole competitive scene. I don't know if I'm sure there's tournaments, but at least added the features people would want, I guess. People compare it to chess matches, because matches can sometimes happen between very similar teams, so it's more about how you use your team than the team itself. Yeah, I get what you mean. Ironically, that's kind of what I don't like about competitive scenes, competitive games, you know, the whole meta. I mean, sure, it's about, like you said, it's about how each team or each person uses their tools. At the same time, I feel like you kind of get tired of seeing the same the same things popping up every time. I don't know. I need variety. I wanna see unusual strats. Then again, that really just means it's not for me. If you don't like team building, you can always try the random battle modes in Pokemon Showdown. Some of those are fun. Oh, give me a sec. I actually tried those with a friend a couple of years back. I mean, again, the only way we could play, because none of us really know how to team build. And again, I just wasn't having a lot of fun with it, even then. Even though I usually won. It was still like, I don't know. Oh god. I think the only game, kind of a wild tangent here, I guess. The only game that I even considered playing competitively was TF2. Ironically, one of the games with the most divisive competitive scenes. And even then I was like, I kinda like doing what I want and having fun and playing my toys. Also, you know, it's a big time sink if you want to get into that. You have to dedicate a good amount of time. or any game really, to competitive Touhou soccer. This game actually has a versus mode, mind you. I haven't talked about it, but there's 3 modes in this game. You have the main story, you have additional episodes, and then you have... actually, no, I think I talked about it. You have travel mode, which is a team builder. Team builder, but it's also a little random, because you don't get to pick your players. You have to buy them, and you have to hope the ones you want are available. So you know, every run is a little bit different because you're not gonna get everything you want. It's kind of fun. It's very hard too. It's generally more fun to play competitive games with friends than like more serious competitive spaces anyways. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I don't like the... Maybe it's that I don't like the pressure of it all, you know. I wouldn't say that I have trouble performing under pressure, but I still don't like it. Elias Petchy. We gotta change your position later. That's why I kinda can see it a little bit more in team scenarios, team games that are kinda already built from the ground up to be competitive games. I think it can also help to be in a space where it's okay if no one has a clue on what's going on, but you're all trying to figure it out and have fun anyways. It's how I've been feeling about Touhou lately. Playing with you and our friends. Yeah, I think most of the... Not most. But a few of the actual teams... Again, going back to TF2. A bunch of the actual teams that I actually like watching is just a group of friends trying dumb stuff. I mean, yeah, taking it seriously, trying to win, but I think that's really the best way to go about it, instead of treating it like a business, I guess. Can someone score a goal other than Sakuya, by the way? I see what you mean. I guess not. I guess on the other side of that you have fighting games, which are, you know, pretty much entirely you. It's completely individual. What I don't get, like, this is the one thing that I think never interested me, is ranked modes in video games. I get the idea. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. Yeah, matchmaking rather. Because again, I feel like if you're gonna play in a, especially for team games, if you're gonna play in a team scenario, it's gotta be with people you know what their deal is. if you're trying to play like a competitive match with a bunch of randos, it's just gonna be painful. Unless they are actually, you know, cooperative, which from the very little experience that I do have, it's not the case usually. Controller is not having a good night today. Like I remember when a friend invited me not a couple years ago, it was a long time ago actually, to play CSGO. I was already not too sure about it, but I said, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. And we played ranked matches there. And it was just, I don't think I've ever enjoyed myself less than while doing that. Part of it was because I was, you know, genuinely just not having fun. The other part was, again, communication is just not there. So part of the reason I was not having fun is because I was not getting helped. And that's not something you can predict. That's something you gotta be ready for. And that's just like, okay. It's a team game, I wanna play in a team, you know? Playing FPS games online with random people kinda seems miserable when I hear about that kind of stuff. It is, yep. Very much is. Unless you already know how to... Unless you're a god already, and you can basically carry a team, or maybe you don't have to worry, you can make up for your team's losses. And even then, that's not how you should be playing the game. It should be a team effort, you know. Maybe in fighting games it works a little bit better because again it's just you. It's just you and it's like actually good practice. If you don't have anyone, if you don't actually have anyone to practice with, going with randoms can be helpful. It's still, you know. Crap, we lost again. I think it was a little too early for you to play against us a second time. I told you that you should have made sure you knew the rules beforehand. Well, your brilliant plans didn't work either, Bird Brain. It's all your fault, 9. No, that's quite enough. Let's prepare for the next match now. We're finally going to play the home team. If you all want to keep playing, then join our team. You do know what will happen if you refuse. I love grilled chicken. Eek, I don't want to be eaten by a rabbit. Kind of funny considering that what was it, Bohemian Archive article where Racing was protesting about rabbits getting eaten. No way, I'll definitely get revenge for this. And there she goes. Oh well, she's an idiot anyway. Now what would you do? I get the picture. I'll help you so you don't need me. And Sakuya sure is sadistic. Regardless of that, finding pleasure in inflicting pain on opponents and animals is rather strange. If you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything at all. Sometimes the truth hurts. Saigechi Glutens. Oh boy. Is this one... do they have... Yukari? Please, please no. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, but this is the first Yukari where she doesn't have her special. Yumu, Yuyuk, and Lily for some reason. I guess she's PCB or something. Hey, welcome, Touhou. Why is Yukari doing that? Why is she doing what? She's running. Dancing. It's kinda silly. This whole game is kinda silly, to be honest. How the fuck do I put Misty though? What does she have, actually? Not much. I guess we can do this. Looks like she's dancing. I think all her bones would creak if she tried to dance. Header offense, watch out for her agile dribbling. Oh, didn't mean to skip. You go to the goalie, yeah. Up against the guardian deity of the east. Look at her stats, it's hard to figure out a strategy that can work against her. Maybe if we throw her off balance, then go at her one-on-one. Yeah, I remember this match being a little bullshit. But we're gonna do it. I forgot if I saved. I'm gonna do it again. Wish that Misty could boost power and damage and such in this game. I really wish she was better when she's on my team. Like you made a video on CTC, the game has an amazing OST, but it's so funny how the Ramus in a coma plot twist is the same as those cartoon theories you'd seen a long time ago, like Ash Pokemon was in a coma the entire time, that type of stuff. I don't know when those started, but consider the conclusion is like 2006. I don't know if they're that old. First, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad that video still getting talked about, I guess. I think they are that old. Yeah. I think they've been around for a while. And it's always being a little dumb. I didn't mention it in the video, but there are some... I think there are a couple stories where it actually works. I think I read something about... Fuck, what was that cartoon called? Over the garden wall or something like that? Was that the name of it? Oh, let me look that up. It was Over the Garden Wall, yeah. Which I haven't watched it, but I've read that it does something like that, but it actually matters. Like it's not just for the edge. But again, I didn't know enough about it, so I didn't want to just mention something I haven't researched. I do want to make a video on Touhou fan shooter games like The Last Comer and so on. They're fun and interesting. I think more people need to make videos on those, yeah. I forgot to mention, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be making the Imperishable Night vid this month. Mainly because I don't think I'm gonna get time for that. So I'd rather actually be able to release a video this month. So I'm probably gonna be doing Wonderful Waking World next, which is another fan game that I like, and it's pretty short and sweet. So there's a Run to Life game that does something like that. Here you can't really disprove, but you can't really like prove it either. Next month is tagged. Wonderful Waking World is awesome. It is awesome. I love it. I don't think it's not really that deep, but it's one of those like very charming, silly games that I love. So I think it's a good choice right now. Come on, we're finally at Hakugyokuro. If we win here, I might get my name back. I'm not so sure that'll happen, but I want to find Touhou and go home soon. Yes, I would also like to find a young mistress so I may return to serving Milady. I wanted to find Renko for a while now, but will I really find her just watching soccer games like this? I want to read those books in Hakugyokuro. You're always going on about books, Lady Patchouli. Aren't you always going on about Milady though, Miss Sakuya? Well, I am Milady's servant, so of course I would be. I know, I just want this to be over with. Oh my goodness. Never expected you to join my team. Make sure to talk about the bizarrely bleak Rainbow Bad ending. I'll make sure. That's very, it's such a tone whiplash with that. I forgot about the China meme. This game is old memes central, so it's gonna be a lot of that. I mean, it is a 2006 game, so I kind of December. It's more 2007 really, but. You know. Since you asked, I can't exactly refuse. Amazing, to have such a wonderful member on our team. Well, it's nice to enjoy a festival like this at least once a year. Let us show that braggart of a maid the skill of the strongest PCV combination. Braggart? Incidentally, I don't see any food stalls. If you go outside, we can buy yakisoba. Well then, let us be off. Lady Yuko. Pre-Modern the Faith fandom was something, it was wild. Honestly, even then. I think it really only stopped after UFO, maybe? I think that's kind of when people got a little bit more sensible a bit. Just a bit. The game is older than a lot of Touhou fans out there. You're right, but you shouldn't say it. Senai, the JPEG. So these are our final opponents? They're treating this like a festival. I heard that we're facing the Guardian Deity of the East, but she certainly doesn't seem that way. Oh yes, I'd like to tell you something before the match. I declare that this match will be a perfect shutout. Nani? She seems really strong. We'll destroy your team with your shots. That's my opinion, I'm gonna go, love your videos. Thank you. It's nice to have you here for a bit. Hope to see you again sometime. Impossible. She's completely different from China. Did you check her status? Gulp. Eek. How are we going to score? That is a real question. I have no idea actually. I think there was a trick to this match and I don't remember what it is. So it might be what Dyson said in the briefing. I think you really do have to do some. That's why they give you Misty, I think. Which doesn't help as much as you think it would, but I guess it's something. If I can get Patchouli, like, really in there, I might have a good chance. This game really just goes, how the hell do we win at this? And then throws you into the match. You figure it out. Lily. Lily is actually the most important character in this game. I'm not even joking, by the way. But we have a while until we get to that, so... Don't worry about it for now. Please just let it get to Patchouli. Okay. No, I want it to be a one-on-one. She also has brown hair for some reason. It's kind of orange. Okay, no wait, that the portrait is definitely brown. Actually, what are the... Hold on. Lily White. No, I want something by... Okay, no, yeah, her sprite is very blonde in the games. Yeah, I don't know what we're going about. By the way, this is one of the best pictures of her ever. What the hell is that thing? I love her. I've said it and I'll say it again. They soon has to let her wife draw more stuff. Kisen has such a fun art style. Yeah, he has to let her draw one girl at least in one of the future games. She should be allowed. Oh. Oh. Okay, hell yes. Okay, so I guess there is no trick, just shoot very hard. Oh, they have a bagging theme though. I forgot about that. I really wish they went on for longer, but... I mean, this is based on an SNES game, so... The themes are actually 10 seconds long. That's just how it is. The animation kinda looked like ass, but in a good way. It's Patchouli, she can be asked to put more effort into it. Oh, come on, though. Animation that looks like as if Patchouli herself made it. I think she would do good, though. Like, I think to the little model she did in That's a perfect cherry blossom, yeah. She's got good craftsmanship. If she wants to do it, that is. She's got to figure out how to animate for a game on the spot. I believe in her. She's got the knowledge. It's her name. They call her Patchouli Knowledge because she knows things. She's full of knowledge. Yeah, that's why she's so fat. She needs to she needs to store it somewhere. That one, oh, okay, Yukari kinda sucks, never mind. Clueless. Either that or I'm being like incredibly lucky right now. Just going straight for the fad, huh? I could have said a couple other things, and I chose not to. I think that shows a lot of self-restraint from me. If there are a lot of not enough. I've seen you talk about her before. I've never said anything controversial about Patchouli. there may be other adjectives, but not controversial. Probably a better adjective to use. But I'm right. I've never been wrong in my life, ever. Oh yeah, Yobo has red eyes in this, by the way. I think that's a fun detail to point out. You caught that. Well, okay, I guess you didn't catch it, but you know. Oh, you get it's unbalanced? Oh, let's go. Shaky. It's not that good, but okay. Never made any comments about Patchouli Knowledge's body. Never made any wrong comments about it. Goalpost. Oh, Patchouli! See? This is the power of talking about Patchouli. She pulls through. She pulls through when you need it. I thought if Oku was in this game, you'd have to show a lot more restraint. Depends on how they handle Oku. Like, I don't think about that. That isn't the only thing I think about. I think Oku's cool. It's a cool character. You talked about her body fat and she looked in. Oh, now she locked out. Q. Hey Throne, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh shit. Well, at least we get to see this. I'm fine. It's good to hear. You enjoying the cold and humidity once again? I can't wait for this season to end. Honestly, I do like winter. I like the cold. I prefer that over summer. This has been hell. It's just humid all the time and I feel gross. Today was nice actually. I went out to walk my dog and I froze my ass off. I mean, I guess that's nice to freaks like us, but it's probably gonna rain, yeah, definitely. But where are we kicking from actually? I don't know. Not sure. Let me try this actually. So welcome to Tenko streams where we talk about the weather. Me when I'm old. I'm already past my prime. I'm only 27. God damn it. Talking about everything today. TF2, Petulis Body, the weather. Listen, another reason that I wanted to try to do this at night is because I typically feel a lot more better than during the day. Except when I'm sleepy, but I made sure that wouldn't happen. I took a nap. A couple hours before coming here, so I am in top form. Thank God I don't live in the south of the country. Yeah, honestly, that would. I like some cold. I like it when it's a little bit chilly. I don't like freezing. I like snow. I don't think I could deal with the day-to-day of having snow. That sounds like a pain in the ass, honestly. You wake up and there's an iceberg blocking your door, pretty much. Then it doesn't even have to be like extreme. Even if there's a little snow, you gotta shovel it away, otherwise it's just gonna pile up. It's just kind of fucked up. Yeah, playing under the heat of the sun is incredibly tiring. But thanks to you, Lady Yukari, the SDM team can't lay a finger on us. If you can keep it up a little way longer, we'll win easily. You're everything I expected from the Guardian Goddess of the East, the SGGK, super great goalkeeper. Really? In that case, I let Rand take over for me in the second half. Good night. Bad. Okay, so this was the bullshit that this chapter had. This matchup, rather. Or at least Lady Yukari. So you're supposed to like endure the first half and then score in the second, because Yukari's not gonna be there. The thing is, Sakuya is really fucking good. So I guess I didn't really need it. It's too late, she's already gone. I'm not a goalkeeper, so I'll take charge of the offense instead. But since Lady Yukari and Chen aren't here, I can go a bit easy on them. Oh, it seems there's no other choice. Let's just get a generic goalkeeper then. Seems things have suddenly taken a turn for the worse. Looks like the gap Yokai pulled out for some reason. Now is our chance. That SGK isn't there, so let's shower them in shots. What's an SGK? Super goof of goalkeeper. You're so mean to her. Well, I guess another thing I could talk about is that I caught up with One Piece after having abandoned it for a couple years. I remember, I think I watched like half of it and then stopped because I kinda got burned out after, you know, like 500 episodes. So now I went back to it. But actually, instead of watching it, I read it, and it was such a better experience overall. I mean, first of all, it was faster. Second, it's not really... Okay, the anime is good. You know, having animation and sound and all, and ambience, it does wonders for the atmosphere. It's not real, like I expected it to be a little dull because it's kind of a battle manga, and you know, watching battles drown is not, well, not watching, reading the battles in a manga is probably not the same as watching them. That was kind of my mindset. And yeah, true, fair enough. It also doesn't happen that often, so it's kinda just good to read it. I think last time I kept up with the anime was around the time that Dressrosa ended, which was a really long time ago. Honestly, Dressrosa was a lot, from what I've heard. In the anime, I mean. Like, it's already a long arc, and they apparently made it a lot longer. Which is kinda insane. It was fucking miserable. And the funny thing is that then you have Wano, which is even worse. Oh, you almost shot. But yeah, that's kind of why I chose to read it instead. I just wanted to catch up with it. I just wanted to see what the stuff that I was missing. So now that I did, I'm on the weekly grind, I guess. Now I gotta wait with the rest. But I actually decided, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it again now. From the beginning. Oh shit, goalpost. Engi. But I decided, apparently there's a project called One Piece that basically cuts off all the filler and such from the anime. So I'm just watching that. I'm watching like at my own pace, very leisurely. I'm not gonna binge it. I know that they turned the anime into Dragon Ball pretty much for Wano. I've heard horror stories about it. Again, it's already a long arc in the manga, and they just made it worse for pretty much no reason. Get it. Fuck. Empty goal? No. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's going in. Read part of the manga some time ago, but I've been wanting to read it as a whole to catch up with it for some time. It'd probably take a while, but it'd be fun. It took me like, I wanna say 2 weeks to catch up from the time skip until now. So like 500, 600 chapters. So I'm gonna say it would take like a month or little over a month to read all of it. Unless you read faster than me, that is. I do not regret it because it's actually amazing. It's a very unassuming series, I think. Because you look at it and you think of, oh, it's one of the like the big shonen mangas, kinda who gives a shit, but it's like actually good. I mean, I guess there's a reason it has been going on for so long, but the problem is that we're familiar enough with it to know about how good it is. Yeah, the problem is that getting people into it is like impossible because it is so long. Like, yeah, you should totally like get into One Piece, and then they see that it's 1,000 episodes and they're like, nah. Which is totally fair, by the way, but it sucks. Still to this day, Water 7 is like one of my favorite parts from any anime out there. Water 7 is just like peak fiction, honestly. Yeah, to this day, it's still, after having caught up with it now, it's still my favorite part. Just my favorite saga. I think Egghead is a close second. I really enjoyed Egghead, but Water 7, there's so much that went right in that arc. But it's a huge time sink. Actually, I think I'm being a little mean to the other ones. I haven't like watched them. And by the other ones, I mean Bleach, Naruto, and Dragon Ball. I just don't get the same feeling from them. I don't get the same vibes. And I actually remember that I tried to watch Bleach back in the day. I think I only managed a couple episodes before I kinda got bored. Which is... I probably should have given it a bit more of a lease, but... Maybe I will someday, I don't know. Apparently the manga didn't have a good ending, but the anime kind of fixed it or something like that. Which is interesting. JoJo's is really good, at least not for the same reasons as One Piece, but it's great for its own reasons. JoJo's amazing too, yeah. I still have to catch up with it. With the anime, rather, because I read up to part 7. I think after that, it kind of fell off for me. I've heard that part 8 is great, mind you. I'm just not really that interested in it. Or 9, for that matter. But I do have to catch up with the anime because I haven't even watched Stone Ocean yet. And it is... I wouldn't say it's my favorite part, but Jolene is amazing. And I think I enjoyed it just because of her. Mostly. The anime I've only watched up to part 5, and I've read part 6 and 7 of the manga, and like a single chapter of part 8. I know a friend who read all of part 8, and they said it's good. I only read up to chapter... I think it was sub 30s or something, back when it was actually ongoing, and then I didn't finish it. Again, I just was not feeling it. I think it's also like... I don't know if it hit people that hard. And I also understand that it had to be this way because it was kinda reaching a bit of a breaking point. It kinda lost a little bit for me after the whole... after part 6. After the whole reset happened, right? I mean, part 6 is essentially the ending, as far as I'm concerned. Isn't the best as a whole, but the ending is like one of the best story sections that I've seen from that whole series before. Yes, it is very, very good. It's true that the rest is kind of whatever, but... That's kind of what I mean. It's kind of supposed to be like a closing, a closure to the whole series. Dio is gone, and the Joestars still exist. That's kinda it. But then I guess Saraki wanted to keep going, so he had to start with something new. And I don't know, I feel a little weird about it. Part 7 is an exception, because part 7 is great. The ending I'm not the biggest fan of, but as a whole it's one of the best parts. It is exceptionally good. I don't remember much about it because it's been a while since I read it, but I do remember like being glued to the pages. being glued to the page, and also sometimes not really getting it. I think some of the fights in part 7 were like really out there. And as I was reading it, I don't know if I think the scans were good, but as I was reading it, there were some things that I was not just understanding how they worked, which is a bit of a meme. I know. So that's another reason I was kind of wanting to get into the anime, just to maybe that could help clear some things up. It was when I read it, it was a colored version, which helped. Yeah, that would have definitely been a little bit better. Gotta remember, I think when I read part 5, it was still on the older shitty scans. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that look like like just actual photos. Also, the translation wasn't the best either. Which is probably a bit of the reason why it was kinda divisive for a bit. I mean, it kinda still is. I think a lot of people still don't like part 5 that much. I liked it. I don't like Giorno that much. I think Giorno is like straight up too good. I know that's kind of the main criticism, but I have to agree with it. He doesn't have the same struggle as the other characters, I feel, as the other JoJo's. Part 5 kinda needed the anime to take off in popularity, at least outside of Japan. Yeah, definitely. It definitely blew up around that time. Part 5 isn't my favorite, but I like a lot about it, and yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Giorno either. Yeah, he's just a little lame, I don't know. Part 4 is your favorite? I see a lot of people like Part 4. Yeah. I think it's up there for me. It's not my favorite. My favorite is 7. But it is up there. I liked it. I think it kinda dragged for a bit at one point, but also, I'm eating shit, by the way. I was paying attention. I'm just kinda eating shit. I think I know how to fix this though. This is what we do. Oh, oof. Oof, oof. Oh, it's coming home. I guess it's fitting to talk about anime while this game happens. What about the Touhou anime? Goalpost! Oh no. Oh, it's all falling apart. Oh, no, it's gotta happen now. Please, please. Memories of Phantasm video when. I remember watching a really good. I didn't watch all of it, but I like skimmed through a video about it, and I thought it had some good. Am I gonna lose here? No, now by the way, I'm just gonna lose. I think it made some good points, but the thing is, I don't think there's any credit to be, because it actually gave some credit and to the anime. I was like, I don't know if there's any credit to be given. It just kind of sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the animation is nice, I guess. Okay, get Sakuya like out there because I need her to be closer. Not who I was hoping the pass would go to. Please, you have to score now. Well, actually, I say that I don't know. I would need to watch it again to really say for sure, but from memory, I don't remember anything particularly amazing about it. Please. Please. Yes. Okay, saved. Saved. We're gonna go full defensive. Everyone's going back. I do not want to lose this. Wait, I have to score one. Oh, but I can do that with Sakuya anyway. Sakuya is still like... Yeah, okay, she can take another shot. It's probably gonna end down, but... It's kind of for the words that the anime is a thing. It kind of takes a bunch of attention and makes people look at it and go, oh, it's the Touhou anime. There's also that. The good old is Touhou anime jokes. But yeah, I think that it's a very easy way to discover the series is also not great. Because it definitely isn't what Touhou is. I mean, you could say that about a lot of fan works, really. There's probably a lot of people that found Touhou with Koichi, KKHTA, and I shudder to think about what kind of fan that is. But, you know. It really depends on how interested they are. I think if they really do like it enough, it doesn't matter. They'll find out on their own. Like I found Touhou with the fucking Mac Brawl video, and I spent a good chunk of my time just watching memes on YouTube. But I was interested. I kept looking. I kept playing the games. I read the brain works. I didn't just stay with that. hypothetical guy whose only experiences with Touhou is cancel the conclusion. Oh no. We gotta save them. That's why kinda, I think in the video I made, and honestly that still remains my answer for where should I start with Touhou. My answer is always like, whatever you found it, whatever is the thing you found Touhou, go to the official work that has that. Did you see like a picture of fucking Yomu? Go play Perfect Cherry Blossom. I don't know. Whatever makes that link of familiarity to you, because that's what's gonna get you hooked. Would you believe me if I said I started in Touhou for the gameplay? Yeah, honestly. It's a little rare, but I know a bunch of people that played Touhou because or started playing Touhou because they like the games. Oh, get it too. No, that's made. All right, everyone's on defense. Fuck, I gave it to Sakura. Oh, we can do this, and they took the ball. Fuck, shit, fuck, no. At least these days some of the popular like unofficial entry points for the series are fine, stuff like Luna Knights or Mintis Zakaya. I wouldn't say Luna Knights is good as an entry point, but I guess it's better than Memories of Phantasm, at least. The other experience that I remember about having with Touhou is watching the Brazilian YTPMV of that one remix of an You Know Was Her. That's wild. Was almost weirded out searching Touhou and only finding cute anime girls. Oh, so you went like the reverse way. You began liking the girls because you like the games. Okay, that is a little amazing, yeah. Now we don't say replay. We won! We won! Barely. Remember when I said this match was getting easy, by the way? I just remember like being completely crushed between my expectations of what Touhou was gonna be and what Touhou actually is. Because I kinda fell for the Tsunbait with USD. I was thinking, oh, this game has like vampires and like a big mansion. It's probably gonna be like a Castlevania deal or something like that. No. It's very Japanese, actually. That's about the only game that's like that. Touhou was just gonna be Dodonpachi. We don't even know what Dodonpachi was. It's kind of funny to me that I mean, I don't know how the shooter scene was back then, but how Touhou initially was a bit of a homage to that. I mean, it is a dodging game at the end of the day, but it kind of started as Soon wanted to make I don't want to say a shooter game for the people, but that's how it's coming out right now. But you get what I mean. And then instead of like spaceships, he put anime girls. And he was so based for that. Even though Donpachi has good anime girls, Shotye is cute. I played Resurrection on stream a while ago. It has some nice girlies, yeah. I don't know their names, but we lost. Seems the famous SDM lives up to its name. My deepest apologies, Lady Yiko. It was because of my lack of training and my faint-heartedness. Yeah, you were rather weak, so go and train some more. Shock. Oh, with all my strength. Should play Blue Revolver at some point. It's one of my favorite shmups. I think I've heard you talk about it sometime. Have some nice girls. Hold on, let me look that up. I think I might have seen it even. Okay, it's not. No, never mind. That's not the one I was thinking of. Maybe, yeah. I want to try some more shooter games, honestly. I want to learn about the field a little bit better. Also, so I can talk about it if I ever do have to, which will probably happen because I do make videos on the official games. So, and I do sometimes miss not having the context to talk about other games of this kind. So it would be nice to play more of those. Touhou is great for being shmup for those who never play shmups. I kind of feel that. Again, Resurrection was the only one I played that wasn't Touhou, and it was such a different game, and it kinda caught me by surprise. Just how much of a different experience it is, or rather, just how different Touhou is compared to other games. Rather, I think Touhou is really the outlier in this situation. By the way, for what did you come here? That would be something we found. Yes, we did. Wait, you found a young mistress? Enemy told me during the match that she's playing with a strange rabbit in the hills behind the mansion. A strange rabbit? Well, this was a waste of time. So, what was your purpose? It seems that all of her labor was in vain. During this pointless endeavor, all of her problems took care of themselves. I'm tired. But it's a good thing they're okay, right? You like a daisy-cold Chinese girl. Great game, everyone. By the way, I have an incredible extra to deliver. It seems that Reimu Kakure is leading a team to take on the strongest beings against Tokyo. But no one has been a match for them so far. Is there any team that can stop Reimu's squad? Well, that's the gist of the article. She's really enthusiastic. Maybe it's time for Milady to pay her a visit. For the moment, I shall return to her side. Since Sei has been found, I need to take her back to Master quickly. Even if it's her, trying to handle the princess by yourself is a handful. Especially the earlier games, I think that 16 onward it does feel like Sun is forgetting what makes shmups fun. But then Touhou 20 came out and now Touhou is fun again. That's kind of how I felt. I mean, I did like 18, honestly. I think out of those, of that streak you mentioned, I think 17 and 19 are really the only ones that I didn't like that much. And 19 isn't even a proper game, so it's kind of out of the question. I'm gonna say I'm still not the biggest fan of 16. Still, I do enjoy it a lot more now that I actually understand how to play it. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, I guess. Yeah, but I do agree that Touhou 20 was a bit of a fresh game for me too. Misakuya, let's go back to the mansion together. I shall protect the goal with all of my might, and no longer bring shame to the name of Gatekeeper. Mei-Ling, I fired you, yet you still fought with me. I finally understand. I was mistaken, so forgive me. Misakuya, come on, now that you've given me my name back, let's hurry and go back to the mansion. Mei-Ling. What is it? ... You're fired. Nani? And we're back. And we're back to Demo. Mostly because of the small hitbox, to be honest. Did he have a small hitbox? I don't remember that. Did he have that thing? Like just by default, or was it one of the stones that did that? I actually don't remember. Awesome background. Honestly, it looks like the fighting game's background. A little bit. It's got that like crusty 3D feeling. Since we've beaten almost all the strong teams around here, that's because we've actually been practicing a bit for once. Thanks to that, no matter what team we're up against, there's no match for us. We're practically invincible, wouldn't you say? Of course, because I'm on the team. This is a powerful team right here. Oh, it's you. Just where were you all this time? I went to oversee the new battle. That didn't make a lick of sense. And why are you crying anyway? Stupid Miss Sakuya. Well, I don't know for sure, but a lot happened, and I think she got fired. Touhou 20 hitbox is godly small. Makes the linear gameplay so fun, I can imagine in normal mode it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't remember that, like, feeling it that much. Oh god. This is what happens when I don't stream for a couple weeks. I lose my voice really quickly. Yeah, don't remember that really mattering. I do remember the hitbox for some of the bullets being weird, though. I don't know if that's related. So she really got fired. And why is Yomo with you too? Unlike with that bug and that bird. Should've played with the second chapter, but Milady has sent me on a training excursion. I shall be in your team's care for a short while. My, our team is awfully lively now. Lively or not, have you all found Brenko yet? My sisters are back from their travels too, so now we can call another concert. Now, shall we get started? Okay, everyone mind your manners and listen carefully, please. Okay. Seems like everyone here just does as they wish. Maybe I have joined this team too hastily. Fireballs and arrows are broken. Yeah, I think it was those, yeah. I think my favorite part of that game was soon admitting that what was it, the stage 5 mid-boss being absolutely broken when someone actually cleared it without bombs. That's great. We do a little trolling. What did Miss Sakuya just say? Please come back to the SDM after that match. What a sad story. Although, since we have gotten a lot stronger, I think it's about time we fight against the SDM. Emilia, Sakuya, and that asthmatic witch. Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. It's only time to put an end to this long rivalry with the SDM. It's only been since we started playing soccer. Alright, so I guess that's what's going on this chapter. This cup. Even then the mid-boss is actually fun to dodge, which I can say about 80% of uncredited marketeers. I don't know, I do like... I mean, I play on normal, so maybe I don't know how lunatic is, but... I do like UM. I think really the lowest point in that game is... Stage 4. That one I do really not like, but... Everything else is like, oh... It's okay. I enjoy. I do also like the cards, so, you know. There's also that. I used to like him when I was a normal mode player, but lunatic patterns are just so unfair and unfun. The card gimmick is fun. Yeah, I can really speak for lunatic, but so I trust you. I honestly would play lunatic. The thing is, I don't have the time to grind. I think it could be fun to like try it on stream someday, but other than that, the big hitboxes don't help. Yeah, I can imagine that being a problem, for sure. I think it's just... I have to assume that it's a little bit helped or a little bit balanced out by the cards. Just because the cards can be so broken sometimes. Isn't that bad from my experience, but more so in the sense of like good luck with the cards to compensate for a lack of skill. Oh yeah, I remember trying that. I made it to like stage 5, I think. Or something. But yeah, it was basically less about dodging and more about the cards, for sure. Which, I mean, yeah, if you want to get through the whole game just by raw skill, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shady, I guess. I kind of don't see it that way. I think if the game makes you use its gimmicks, that's... It can be a bit of a good thing, can be a bit of a bad thing, depends on how it's handled. I don't think it's a bad thing in UM. But I can see that being like frustrating if that's how you play the game, how you like playing those games, I guess. That's kind of how I was about 16 too. When I didn't really try to play into the gimmick of 16, I was like, I hate this. This is the worst game ever. Once I actually got it, it was like, oh, okay, this is like actually, there's something here. This is actually like fun. Still not my favorite, but I enjoy. There's some games that are more fun with the gimmicks. I've done a release less normal 1cc of Touhou 16 before, and it was kind of boring. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of built around that a little bit. Sometimes it can be fun to try and play without it, but sometimes you kind of feel you kind of feel that something's missing. I guess that's kind of why Touhou 20 was also so good. It has a gimmick that you're kind of forced to use. But like if you don't use it, it's also like it's still good. Like if you play into the gimmick and try to like weird stuff, I think it enhances the experience. But if you don't do that, it's still it's still a solid game, you know. That's kind of how I see it. Even though there are ways to like completely ignore the gimmick if you choose the right combo. Also, Touhou 20 has actually good DPS shots, so you don't take like 4 seconds in each fairy. Yeah, that's kind of why 17 is not very good for me. I mean, 17 is an example where you're kind of forced to use the gimmick, and it's bad. It's not good. Like whenever you don't have the hyper up, it's just like, oh, it takes like 2 hours to get through a single fairy. That's what I remember from it. Also, that 17 is like half streaming. Is it? Okay, that I don't remember. But yeah, there's a lot to say about the decisions made in 17. I can't wait to. It's gonna be a while until I talk about that game, but I do have things to say about it, and I probably will have more when I actually replay it. And I'm probably just gonna do it for the video because I really have no interest in playing that game, really. Maybe it'll blow my mind away. Who knows? I don't think so, but it could happen. It's funny because even the strong shots don't feel very strong sometimes, and then they're worse than the weaker other shots. You know the meme of Touhou 17 stage 3 being only streaming and one fairy which you need to actually dodge at the end? No, I don't actually. I'll have to look that up. I wasn't. Again, it's been a while since I played it. And I also probably wasn't paying attention to that, but it's so odd to me because 17 has probably one of the best just self-contained plots of the series, and then the game is just kind of butt cheeks. I guess you can't be perfect. Well, actually, you can because 20 also has a very good story and it is a good game. So there's that. Stage 4 is cool though. All right. I think that's about time for me to go though. I enjoyed streaming at this time. I think I'm gonna continue to do it at least for a couple more days and see where it goes. But I can see myself. I can see this becoming the new standard, I guess. So yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Gonna be Fantasy Maiden Wars. Probably getting. I don't think I'm gonna be getting to the end of Choco 11 just yet. It's a bit longer than 2 chapters, but we'll be getting there. So yeah, Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, as usual. I'll see you then, hopefully. Bye bye. Have a nice. Actually, what is it now? Evening? Good night if you're going to sleep? I don't know. Have a nice one. Let's just keep it at that. Alright. Bye bye.